Hey everybody, so we're here with Joe, the guy who's usually behind the board, playing with his knob and trying to look smart. So as you guys probably don't know, Joe also plays drums, and he's played on actually all the stuff that I put on my page so far. The stuff with Melissa Pacifico, and Ashley Goldsman, and Jen Federico. What's her name now?
Yeah, Jen Federico.
Her name's Jen Federico. Something else, yeah. And so Joe's also currently recording on my album. So we've been working on tracks. We're going to be recording our third song pretty soon.
Yep.
So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about your drum set that you're using?
Okay, well my drum set is a 1999 Tama Star Classic Performer. It's all birch.
Birch with an R, yeah?
Birch with an R, yeah. I've got a 22 extended bass drum, 10, 12, 14, 16-inch floor toms. Actually, they're all rack toms. I don't have floor toms. 14-inch snare, all standard wood. Birch, 17, 19-inch cymbals, 21. I like the odd numbers for some reason.
Because you're an odd guy? Yeah.
I'm an odd guy, yeah. But for this recording, I'm using 14 hats instead of the 13s. And a 17-inch China.
As you can see from the bass drum, Joe had his skin removed as a child. Boy!
Yeah, no, I like recording without the front skin. I can get the mic in there and find the right bass drum sound.
What kind of heads do you use on your drum?
Well, right now I'm using Weather Kings by Remo.
Remo.
And on the bass drum, it's another Weather King, but it's a Power Stroke 3, so it's a little thicker, just to get a bit more attack and roundness.
What kind of pedal you use?
Iron Cobra by Tama. It's a complete Tama kit. There's nothing hybrid about this setup. Even my hardware is Tama. Cymbals are all by Sabian.
Which ones are they?
I got Signature Series. Actually, we were just talking about that. These are actually Signature Series Virgil Donatis. And I didn't know
Virgil Donati. I met him the other day.
Yeah. And, it's actually funny. When I bought them, I didn't know. They're like, oh, Signature Series. Okay. I didn't think that they were actually from somebody.
And then he went, Virgil who?
Yeah, exactly. And hi-hats are just standard hand hammers, and a HHX splash, 10 inches, and a 21-inch, another hand-hammered raw bell dry ride. Same one Phil Collins used. Again, I found out that after when I bought it. Not that I like buying other people's sound, but it just ended up...
How about the stands? What do you use for stands?
All the stands are Tama.
Tama stands?
I bought all this together in one shot.
Cool.
Back in 1999.
99.
Yep. And I love this kit. It's really great for recording. I can get the tones I want out of it. I mean, I love maple. Maple's nice and warm, but I find for the studio, birch tends to give me more tone. A lot easier to EQ.
Speaking of tone, sticks? What do you use? Sticks?
Sticks. Vader are my preference. 5B.
Vader. Which are made out of what? The hickory or whatever?
Yeah, the standard hickory stuff.
Hickory. Baseball bat. Yeah.
For recording, I prefer the wood stuff, and then playing, the nylon stuff because it just lasts longer. And
we're noticing the mics and the overheads. You're a Shure guy.
Yeah. For drums, I use Shure. They're set up, but they're not placed properly. And on the tops, I got some 137s.
Okay.
And an XY pattern. I got a Beta 57 on the snare. Which I'm going to put a Beta 52. Very common, very popular.
On the bass drum.
Bass drum mic.
And you use a 4-mic setup, right?
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of less is more. I like using 4 and maybe a room mic, depending on what style we're playing and whatnot. But seeing as
you use the large diaphragm sometimes. What is that one?
For the vocals, it's KSM 44.
I know that we use that on sketch tracks, on scratch tracks. We're using sometimes for the drums, right?
Yeah, I'll use that for the ambience.
And that one is a what now?
It's a KSM 44. It's actually,
which is actually red here.
No, that's the AKG.
That's not the AKG. Okay.
It's in the red.
That one, red. Right. Sorry about that. Okay. And.
What?
So that's about that. So how about your style? What do you talk about your past achievements? You were a funk guy before, right? Funk Fest.
Yeah, Funk Fest. I did Funk Fest in 2008, 2009.
That was his promoting duties, huh?
Yeah, promoting and playing. I was playing with Pat Lehman.
Pat Lehman.
You can hear him now on Shome.
Yep.
He's on his third album, I believe, fourth album.
He's back and forth between Montreal and New York these days, isn't he?
Montreal, New York, Europe too. He's
Yep.
played a lot of shows in Europe, so I used to play with them.
Yeah.
been playing around with a bunch of people when I can. I'm mostly in the studio, so I'm
Yep.
not so much of a drum player anymore. But I get lucky clients like you who want my skills.
Yeah.
So it forces me to figure out my shit again. So.
And what was I going to say? So apart from that, what's coming up for you, mixing wise and drum wise, in the next little while? What are you working on right now, besides me?
Besides you, I just finished a French folk.
Sort of classical,
Yeah,
sort of new classical, right?
They're reviving all the older songs, very very traditional stuff.
Yep.
That was a duet with the pianist. That was really fun. We just literally finished that now. I'm working on some independent artists, doing some either covers and some originals.
Something coming up from your buddy Bill that I actually tracked on a little bit. Yeah.
On that as well. You are my go-to guy for.
I'm the
bass
go-to
play.
guy. Yeah.
And I got a few friends in here doing some stuff and.
Tracking with Sam and Saeed, Sam and Sid.
Who live here at the studio too, and
Yeah.
Studio A in the front. That's true. You reminded me. We're doing that rock album.
Looks like I'll be doing a little bit of work on that one too. Yeah.
I tracked the drums on that, but I didn't play on it, which
Yeah.
is fine. Saeed is an amazing drum player.
Which drum kit did you use for that one again? It was
We use
Pete's
old
kit.
school, Peter's kit, which is an old 1980s, 1979 Pearl export.
Right.
We removed the skins from the bottom, and then we used that for half the album, and then the other half we used an old 1958 Ludwig. Actually.
with the power toms.
Yeah, power toms.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, half and half.
Cool.
And,
Well, that's a rock kit for sure.
Yeah, big time. And,
Yeah.
those
Cymbals, what did you use on that one?
Cymbals were a mixture of stuff. There was Zildjians and Sabians and whatever mix match you could find. Some old pasties, 2002s.
Yeah.
Very rich. Same cymbals that John Bonham used.
Yeah.
Which are hard to find. So it was really fun to record that actually.
And you used the same mic pattern, the XY on the top, and
No,
one.
for the rock I used a space pair, left and right.
Okay.
We mic'd up all the toms, bass, drum, snare. We used about 8 mics.
So you did the big job on that one. Wow.
Yeah, he's a big player. He's a big. Saeed's a big, very all around kid. So I wanted to capture all his nuances on the.
And
toms.
he's a hard hitter.
Yeah, big time hard hitter.
Easy to gate, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Good stuff. So anything else, Joe? Anything else you want to say about drums? Where you want to be in the future? What do you want to do?
In the future, I want to be on an island by myself with gold records.
And a big bongo.
And a big bongo.
And a set of castanets.
Yeah. And a barbecue going 24/7.
Yeah. All right. Say bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.